Okay. Rumor has it I'm live. Let me hook up my bits. All right. One view, but that was my last thing. Oh, aren't I the worst? I'm just the worst. How do I how do I go back? Well, no one's gonna chat anyway. I'm trying to play around. I got the OBS now. I'm in a hotel. I'm on the East Coast in North Carolina. I am streaming on hotel Wi-Fi. So really, what's the worst that could happen? This is great. I can see myself. I got my window shrunken down. I want to talk about Asmongold. I have no clue if I'm saying that right. He's an entertaining person. I've seen a bunch of his videos, and he's going to be the one we're going to watch, which I haven't seen before, is him reacting to internet historian who I have seen before. He's great. We're going to watch that. Am I rewound all the way? I did some testing. Yes, I am. I came to Asmongold kind of in a roundabout way. He was talking about simple living. Oh, why is that spinning? I don't like that that's spinning.
Very serious business.
Perfect. I got it working again. So we'll play that in a moment. I saw a lot of videos in my feed. I went down the rabbit hole of simple living, cutting out the shit you don't need in your life. And somehow Asmongold on a different channel with I think whatever his real name is showed up on my feed, and I saw him there a while ago. And then lo and behold, here he is. He talks about all kinds of stuff, and he's funny. He's entertaining. He's quick-witted, and he's got a way. He's got a poetry. He can give a metaphor or a simile or whatever, and he can really he sees things that are not as apparent to the general person, which is why he's so popular. I have no idea how long he's been doing this. I assume he's been doing it a very long time because he's got that quick on his feet wit. He will see, like I said, someone will see something in an event, and he'll see something that didn't even come to mind. So that's why I like him. I think that's why he's successful. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people didn't like him. He's not. He gets on the political stuff mixed in with everything else, but he's not the kind of political guy that everyone agrees with everything he says or disagrees with. He's his own person. He says what he thinks, which puts him somewhere in the middle, weaving back and forth. So lots of fun. We're going to watch him react to this. Now, I have seen this video before, maybe a year or two ago. Internet historian is one of the best, and I'm going to react to Asmongold reacting to this. I'll do a drinking game every time he drinks. If I remember to, I will drink, and we'll talk about this. I will pause as I feel appropriate to either talk about him, Asmongold, or him, internet historian, and what's going on. So uh, I'm probably just doing this to log hours, doing this kind of thing. I've never done a live reaction, so I want to see how horrifyingly bad I am at it. So here we go.
Let me go ahead and pause this here. I don't know what this is about at all. I have no idea.
Oh, supposed to drink.
Okay. Let's take a look at it and let's watch.
I'll go ahead and stop it here. Usually in my home studio, I have a very nice microphone and a boom stand. I'm recording on my AirPods in a laptop on a shared hotel network. So God help us all. All right, I'll probably not stop it as frequently as this going forward.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
The fuck?
Business
Okay.
is important.
That's good.
Oh,
Business.
am I? So I also want to up my game. Am I supposed to react? I watch a lot of movie reactions, and there's people who talk all the time. I don't usually want to. Well, the more I watch movie reactions, the more I don't want to do movie reactions because I feel like you're not getting lost in the movie. You got to be an asshole and you got to tell everyone what you're thinking every 6 seconds, and that would be a distraction from watching the movie. So, not that I'm calling Asmongold an asshole within 30 seconds of this video starting. I'm just saying I'm not inclined to at every sentence. And I know he's being a smartass intro. I'm like, huh. Boy, this is really terrible of me to be thinking out loud this much. All right, we're going to keep listening. And I will practice making sure you guys hear from me every 10 seconds. Maybe. Maybe I'll try that. Just saying it out loud makes it seems weird.
Is professional.
Yes.
Business is the engine
not
in
always.
the car on the road that drives us forward to our journey. There is no
Yeah, I did it. So I agree with I don't know. You'll when you start working for companies, you'll see that the business is the engine and the car on drives us on our journey. Once you work for a big company, you'll see why he said that because it's called corporate speak. There's a lot of people if you're at a big company, there's a lot of people who get paid a lot of money to say a lot of words. And it's dangerous if you actually lock in on an idea, if you commit to something. So you find the way to use the most words possible to vibe. I'll say that. You just throw out a sense that we got an engine on a car on our journey, and that's my value add, and I'm entitled to $400,000 a year for that. So that's corporate speak. I thought I would beat Asmongold to whatever point he was making because I got the pause button now, bitch.
Okay.
I in business. Welcome to the seminar.
Wait a second.
Serious Business
Okay.
101.
Sounds good.
First slide, please.
Agile Alliance.
It's August 6th, 2013, and we're at a conference in Nashville, Tennessee.
I have a certification. I'm a certified Scrum Master, certified by the Agile Alliance. My certification has lapsed, but you're gonna get some better insights into the industry from me than Asmund here, who's just gonna. Can I shorten Asmongold to Asmund? Asmung. I'll call him that. I'll drop the old. I'll give you better insights because I know everything there is to know about this, even though my certifications have lapsed.
See,
It's a nice place.
Agile 2013.
All right.
What's Agile? Well, it's blah, 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 blah. That bit's not terribly important. What matters is that this is a very professional environment.
Not terribly important is the best summary. Blah, 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 blah. Not terribly important. Perfect description of Agile.
Okay.
Keynotes, panels,
Yeah.
networking,
You're fascinating to talk to.
and a quirky little idea. Interactive display boards.
Oh, what
5 of these placed across the convention grounds,
the fuck?
in lobbies, the cafeteria, gathering grounds.
I'm going to
And
drink
there's a
prematurely.
brilliant innovation to go with them.
Incredible.
An automatic Twitter feed. Simply use the hashtag Agile2013 and your unmoderated message will appear on the board. It even
What could go
displays
wrong
images.
with that?
What an amazing idea, you guys.
That's a great idea,
and
dude.
people were loving it,
That's such a
giving
good idea.
feedback.
Wow.
showing their pride. It was all going great.
Okay, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there because that's pretty much the end of the story. Everything went great. No, I'm kidding. I already saw this one. I know where it's going. I see his background. That looks like a World of Warcraft thing. I'm gonna up my background skills. I've got uh, darkness in the background of mine. Also, I haven't called it out. I got my picture or the video frame right over Asmond is chat window. Let me check in on my chat window, see how many people have joined. I don't think anyone knows about this channel yet because I've been a podcast up until now. There's like my second video. So I don't think anyone has the slightest clue that this exists. So I'm expecting a top chat of 0.
For
What
a
could go
whole
wrong?
87 minutes, when one attendee had a very unprofessional idea.
What?
He takes a photo of one of the displays and posts it to a certain message board with the following text. Hello, B. I come to you in a time of great need.
Oh,
5
no.
giant screens. Ridiculous avatars, gore, and trap imagery would be much appreciated.
Wow. Okay.
Please,
I don't know why I'm
pretty
surprised by this at all.
Well, we'd better test this out.
This is a
So
notorious
people
hacker
logged into
4chan
Twitter,
at work again.
wrote something dumb with the hashtag Agile2013, and hit send. A minute later, a new photo comes up on the message board.
Yeah.
Confirmation. So there was everyone enjoying the conference, when suddenly,
Where in this convention do I find the Zimmerman-themed butt plugs? My daddy never had big man talk with me. How do I make baby? I want baby.
and from there it escalated.
There's a guy having sex with a dead person. You should find me. Is they're only good for making concerning team.
What the fuck?
Yes, it's good. I like the Hitler did nothing wrong meme. That's always good for a laugh.
Good for making electronics.
Now, it didn't take long for Agile organizers to
no.
notice.
Agile Alliance does not approve of the misuse of the hashtag.
And here was the fatal
They don't approve. Oh, don't use our hashtag in the wrong way.
mistake. They thought,
It's only like.
Okay, I can practice. I've already critiquing myself in that I'm saying too much, not about either Asmongold or internet historian. So if I'm going to critique someone, Asmongold's remaining on point. He's interacting well. He's keeping it at a third grade level, which is good for the audience. I'm going to keep my critiques to myself and the commentary to Asmong and internet historian.
3 trolls from Twitter. It's
Yeah.
no problem.
so they rallied their troops, telling them to fight back with the report spam function.
It's a good idea.
Well, said B.
If they want war, we'll give them war.
And honestly, they took it too far.
Yeah.
They started posting increasingly reprehensible stuff on the timeline, to the point where all of the other attendees were drowned out by a deluge of horrific images.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
Their reporting was slow and ineffective against people making alt accounts. So with each passing minute, they were losing more ground. A couple of Agile attendees stuck their heads
So imagine this. Imagine being part of like a software company or a company that's supposed to operate in an
But I'm going to cut him off and say I forgot to pay attention to the story and pause it and offer my thoughts. So I'm going to see what Asmung has to say and internalize it and try to be better at this.
online space and sell a product. And you go to their convention and you realize that they thought it was a good idea to have a live Twitter feed on a massive fucking 60-inch screen that you can't get rid of all of the hashtags. Like immediately, you want to talk about professional? If I was a professional, you know what I would do if I saw that? I'd leave. Because there's no way that anybody that's that fucking stupid would make anything that I would want to spend any money on. And that's just the fucking facts. Turn the screen off? Well, yeah, they can't figure that out. No, you'd be so fucking stupid to buy anything.
So I think this is needlessly harsh. This was 2012. 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Well, depending on when in 2012. It was probably not in January. People people were ignorant. This was way before Bodie McBoatface. I think they get into that. I think this might be the video. I don't know. It's a common theme in internet historian, how the internet will let you down if you pay any attention at all to anything on the internet. You will be sad and less of a person from it. So I think it's needlessly harsh to say that the Agile Alliance can't possibly have any value because they were this stupid. There are other people later who don't learn from it. Well, we'll see if they learn from it. Let's see. I believe they call the internet police here shortly.
From that kind of a dipshit, dude.
Up over the trenches and drew targeted fire.
Looks like the feed is being spammed pretty badly. Maybe time to switch hashtags. I can't be the only one reporting all these people. Why doesn't Twitter make them go away?
Lisa is giving free toss jobs at the main screen.
Flailing round.
I'm blocking and blocking, but they keep coming up.
Yeah.
Eventually, someone from
Free.
V offered some useful
Free is always good. Well, at least the price point is. Can't talk about the toss job.
advice.
Okay.
Have you tried getting the cyber police involved?
Ooh.
How do I contact these cyber
Consequences will never be
police?
the same.
But tragically, the cyber police never came.
Damn.
Report them! Stop them! Cried one of the organizers. But it was no use.
Gonna have a drink.
And soon he was targeted too, with his profile and personal pictures shopped into compromising positions. Then those shops were, of course, posted back onto the Agile hashtag. Eventually, Agile had enough, and they surrendered, disabling the Agile
they should have appeared
2013
offline.
hashtag. And that was the end of it.
Guess it's over then.
Psych!
Wait,
Because
what?
it turns out there was another functioning hashtag, Agile 2. And once B figured that out, they took to destroying that as well.
How can you be that
And
stupid?
that really was the end of it. Or was it? Because B found the host website. They went straight to the source,
How can they be
uploading
that
content
dumb?
directly to the displays.
Oh, I don't even
And
get
that
it.
really was the end. The next day, the only thing on the displays was this message.
We are working on shutting down the Eventifier site. We are reporting abusive accounts. We are also trying to find all other sources and shut them down as well.
I'm sorry.
And that was the tragedy that befell the Gaylord Ops. Very unprofessional, you
Very.
guys.
I'm pretty sad that Gay Ops is taken and is not a name available to me for my next company.
Slide 2, please. But first, airtime.
Oh, ad time.
Shadow Man here with Raid Shadow.
So here's the problem I have. Do I let the ad play? I mean, I'm gonna let it play because internet historian ads are usually pretty good. I don't expect much from this one. He gets better. The VPN man, pretty good. Stalking, murder, things like that. Good quality staples of any ad. Sorry, I had to eat all the garden for dinner. Salad and breadsticks. What was I talking about? Ad time. I think it's important that I leave the ads playing. Since Internet Historian made can you see the clip? I can't see how long the original video is. I know Asmong added however long he added. And then I'm obviously going to add way more time. So as I get some high quality content out of this video, I may as well keep the original ads in as I figure out how to do ads of my own.
Leg ends. Available now on iOS and Android. It's a totally free RPG PvP DVD for people with ADHD, but don't take my word for it. Here's someone from IGN.
Can I talk over this? I can talk
Look
over
how many
this.
positive
Okay.
reviews it has. In fact,
Wait, how many
I
did it
bought
have?
I can
another phone
talk
with my
over this.
sponsorship money so I
Yes.
can dual-wield raid.
Oh, that's a good
Shallow
idea,
leaves.
yeah.
You guys not have phones? Yeah.
Dozens of upgradable characters.
Oh, geez.
Fleshed out storyline.
Do you guys not have phones? You know what that's from? I know enough. I know enough about video game culture. They were, was it the World of Warcraft? Was it Blizzard they were shitting on? Some studios stopped making good games and just started making pay-to-play phone games, and the big conference to announce the next game, and they're like, it's a piece of shit phone game you don't want. And the audience started booing, and they're like, well, what? You guys have phones, right? So you can play our game too.
Wait,
I love how he
just
halfway is
realized
making
this is my
fun of
one
it.
opportunity to say bad stuff about Shroud.
I've watched almost every one of his videos.
He'll never hear it because he always skips my fucking ads. Wait.
Wait, he skips the ads. Oh, no.
But don't take my word
See,
for
I
it.
don't
Here's
skip the
someone
ads.
From Qualcomm.
I already said I don't.
Mom, I've been playing for 2 days straight, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Hey, wait, no, stop. Mom, look at this one. I use this champion because she has a massive car. Are you playing a fucking console? Throw that in the trash, my dude.
That's my
good idea.
dialysis machine.
It's a very
Your
good
phone
idea.
is the only dialysis machine you need. Giant boss fights, PvP battles, almost 10 million players. Are you playing yet? Get it with the code in the description and get 50k silver and a free epic champion. What a twist! There's also big plans to update the game. Here's a roadmap for the next 6 months. Alright, get the game. I've been Shadow Man. Thank you.
I feel like I feel like the way he did that, it was just like it was very clear. Like he gave a shit about it, you know, but he halfway made fun of the product, right? And I think that in a way, for assholes like us that still watch videos like this on YouTube about 4chan exploits from 10 years ago,
that's me.
For assholes like us, you can't sell an asshole like us a product without making fun of it first. Like, yeah, go buy this thing. It's a piece of shit, but what the fuck else are you gonna do with your money? You're like,
I'm in a hotel room.
Right,
Maybe I'm being too loud. It's 9:19.
You know, that's just the way it works.
I remember how the Howard Stern show 20 years ago when it was good. They would get paid to read ads, and they would read the ads dryly and belch and just. I know he was capable of being clever and investing in it, but he just put in the least amount of thought into disrespecting the videos. So I appreciate Internet Historian how he's upped his game over the years. This is a mid-level disrespect. They get better as they go, and I appreciate someone who can shit on a product and have sponsors line up for their turn.
Right, where was I? McDonald's is a business.
Oh, this one's
It's a
cool.
pleasure all mine. In
They never
January
say
of
that.
2012, they had a brilliant
Never touch
idea.
somebody that works
Let
at
us
McDonald's.
improve brand perception with Twitter.
Yeah.
Let us appeal to the common man with hashtag Meet the Farmers.
Oh, no.
A campaign that informs
I was gonna say I love the video quality Internet Historian puts in the clip art. It takes them 1,000 years to make each video because it's all there on the screen.
that our meat only comes from local, independent producers.
Okay.
And not from, as the papers report, orphanages. So they published this promo.
And I don't think I've ever gone to work a day in my life.
And success.
Hell yeah, lads. Another win as usual.
People were loving it.
How about that?
Is that Jennifer Lawrence?
They had their
I know who
usual
Jennifer
detractors,
Lawrence
of
is.
course, but overall, good stuff. So they swapped out this hashtag with a new one, McD's Stories. And here's where things
See, because it wasn't enough that it wasn't the correlation wasn't there. Because you had Meet the Farmers. Well, they don't give a fuck about the farmers. They give a fuck about making advertising and advertising their product through social, social stuff, right? That's the whole thing that they're into. And so that's what it's all about. So after this didn't work, they wanted to change it a little bit up a little bit.
See, that's why Asmung is worth his weight in gold, because he got to the heart of the issue right there. Why did Meet the Farmers get a pass from the trolls? And it's because there was something. It's hard to use the word authentic, but once it's like, tell me your McDonald's story, we can't abide by that. But if you hide it behind the farmers, so yeah, like I said, he picks up on that right away. He points it out. He's the tour guide, and I'm gonna have to work on that because I'm more of the taking the boat down the Grand Canyon, and I'm the tour guide, and I'm like, this Grand Canyon's here, and it's here, and there's water all around, and he's the one who's saying, "Hey, did you know that there's the body of 1,000 dead babies at the bottom of this hill? Because that's where they threw them all off at the top up there. Let's go see them."
This is brand logic right here. Okay.
Things took a turn. They wanted the Twitter public to tell their experiences at McDonald's.
Oh, I wonder how that's going to go.
Obviously, only good things ever happen at
Oh, is that the
McDonald's.
Saskatchewan
This
sauce?
is going to be a slam dunk. Let us shake hands in confidence at our imminent success.
That's a Rick and Morty
So
fan right there.
McD's stories premiered on.
I have seen Asmong review a few internet historian videos, and he always seems to know what's coming. There was one on Area 51, and he's like, "Oh, well, obviously, if you're going to talk about internet history and Area 51, there's this event," and he knew what it was. And like, do you know the event? Do you tell me right now? Say it out loud. What's the event that would combine the internet and you don't know, you don't give a fuck. Let me check in the chat room. Oh, the top chat's at 0. Would I switch top chat to live chat? Let's see there. Let's see my live chat. Yeah, nothing. All right, so I know I was saying something. Yes, Asmong, his I'm sure throughout this video he will know where it's going because he's participated in the YouTube ecosystem and the internet ecosystem more than me. I'm usually just working on my OnlyFans page.
The Twitter homepage, and within 5 minutes it was clear that people weren't going to harp on about the time they got a free extra sauce with their McNuggets. Instead, they were going to tell McHorror stories. Here's just a select few. A McFingernail in my fries.
Bro, I found a fucking. I'll tell you guys something. I found a fucking a used Band-Aid in the whenever I was a kid, in the play area for McDonald's, and me and the other kids started throwing it at each other. I was like trying to throw that shit in people's mouth, you know. Because, like, we're, like, fucking 5, you know? Like, what else are we gonna do? And I remember that. That's the only thing I remember. I remember there was, like, that same fucking play area. My mom wouldn't buy me a McFlurry, and I almost cried about it. Because she's like, it's too much money. Just buy a fucking ice cream cone.
All right, I'm going to give my McHorror story. I worked at Sizzler. I was a host, not a host. I worked the cash register. And they had the all-you-can-eat buffet. And these two, we'll call them teenagers. They came to me after they ate the buffet, and they're like, "I found this sweet and low packet at the bottom of this cup of soup that I spooned into my bowl, and I want a refund. I want all my money back." So they came in, bought the all-you-can-eat buffet, ate all that they could eat, and then when they were done, they grabbed the sweet and low packet that was right there on the table, put it in the soup thing. They'd already eaten the soup, so it was just little bits of soup, and then they just kind of mashed it down on the soup, and then they came and complained to me. So that's my horror story. Not really the horrors of the location so much as the horrors of humanity, if you will. I think my story is at least 12% better than Asmung's story about the Band-Aid. Once you found out he was 6. Although throwing it in people's mouths, that's good. I don't know why I feel like I'm competing against him. Like I can just show up on video one and be a contender. But here I go. It's just as a musician, that's how we roll. If you're in a band and another band's playing, you have to talk shit. It's just you can't not talk shit. Um, unless it's Van Halen, or I think there's like 4 bands that if they're playing, you can't talk shit contractually.
I'm like, Mom, I don't want an ice cream cone. If you buy me an ice cream cone, everybody's gonna know that we're poor. And she's like, well, you know what, Zach? We are fucking poor. So here's 39 cents. Go get.
I believe I just got a big clue into what Asmung's first name is just now. See, I'm learning. Like I said, I don't know if he's been doing this for a year. I don't know if he's 50 or 28. I know this video is not 10 years old, the Internet Historian one. So perhaps I can scroll down and see when this was uploaded. 5 years ago. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, not 10 years ago. This is the reaction. But I guess my point is, I don't know. I don't think Asmung is like 26. I think he's in his 30s or 40s. I don't know how long he's been doing this, but he's been doing it a long time and is very casual, confident, practiced.
Get yourself a fucking ice cream cone. And there's
He realizes that you don't have to fucking drop Shakespeare the whole time. Boomers, boomers like me. I'm not a boomer, but there's so many people out there who will never do anything like that, like this, because they're like, oh, well, I can't possibly hit record until I got a good 45 minutes of well planned out content. And, like the Internet Historian video is like that, and they put in a lot of work, and it's on another level. And I'm like, well, do I want to do that shit, or do I want to put a plan together? I got more than 50 podcasts out. I do a little work into them. I don't just hit record and make it up, but I also allow myself to be myself, and not every sentence can be to be or not to be.
no goddamn McFlurries.
A woman soliciting McSex in the drive-through lane. I looked this one up, by the way, it's true.
Yeah.
My friend claims that Ronald McDonald exposed himself to her as a child.
There's no way, dude.
McRats in the buns. Oh, yikes, this one's real too.
Go back there.
I do believe that Zach here, Zach is easier to say than Asmung. Zach Asmung, Zach. I do believe that he disparaged the internet, tries to make the argument that someone told a mistruth on the internet. That's hard to stomach. It's hard to think I might live in a world where someone would do that.
In the bun area, you're gonna find at least 3 racks that got droppings on them.
Oh God, make it stop.
Here's
Someone
the thing,
stop it
right?
now.
It's
But
like,
it was gaining.
if you have rats in the McDonald's, right? I mean, like if I saw a rat.
I don't have rats in the McDonald's.
In a McDonald's, it would depend on where it is. So, like, if it was in the kitchen.
I'll tell you a story. I was buying a car, the first new car I bought, probably the last new car I'll buy, because fuck that. I was buying the car, we were doing the paperwork, and this mouse ran across the room, and the guy doing the paperwork, he didn't quite jump up on his chair and say eek, but he totally pussed out, and I grabbed a trash can and I caught the mouse in the trash can, and he gave me a deal on something. I saved a couple $1,000s on something. So be ready to go. Look for that when you go to buy that car. Maybe I would say bring a mouse in with you and let him go, but that's taking a risk because guys don't usually do that eke a mouse shit. So I don't know. Try to sniff out phobias whenever you go in to negotiate, and try to maybe have a pocket full of like a spider and a blackbird and a rattlesnake. Rattlesnake's like a universal phobia. People have rattlesnake phobias. Oh, there's a rattlesnake under my desk between my feet. Ah! You jump up on the chair. Ah! And then you can say, "Oh, well, I can catch that rattlesnake," and then they'll give you a deal on something. That's a pro tip.
I would probably just get a drink. But if it's in a bathroom, I mean, fuck, who cares? Like, just order me up some nuggets, man. I don't give a fuck, right? But, like, if it's, I just get a drink. But if it's, it's in the bathroom or in, like, the lobby, I don't know. Somebody could have brought that in. Who gives a fuck?
Fair enough.
That's fine.
Fair enough.
More and more people were publishing their negative stories on the hashtag.
Yeah.
And once they had used all those up, it progressed to just making up stuff for shock value.
Yeah,
What?
I ate McDonald's as a kid, and I'm pretty sure that's why my father left. Closed eyes, sad face.
Sorry, Dante.
I once saw... I can't say that. But that'll make anyone grimace. Thank you, thank you. Within 2 hours, they pulled down the advertising campaign and, in its stead, put up a far more innocuous little things hashtag.
Well, I'm going to read this real quick. I want to read it. So many things in life bring us enjoyment. What are some of the little things in life that make your day? What do they expect people to say? Like McNuggets? I mean, do you really think that people are going to be like, oh, McNuggets make my day. I'm so happy McDonald's exists. I can't wait for McNuggets. Listen, dude. Yeah, your dick. Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't know. This seems like there are so many brands that I feel like they hire people to be social media like coordinators based off of a resume that they've had for applying for jobs for the last.
They're gonna get into all of this. The relatable brands are trying to be relatable. Oh, Wendy's is great. Wendy's is gonna make y'all laugh. It's coming up directly. And yeah, he's again, Asmongold is ahead of where this is going. The basic idea that we don't need to make a commercial anymore. We can just chill with our bros on the Twitterverse. Hey, what are you excited about? Well, I don't know about you assholes, but I'm excited about getting a McDonald's fucking thing.
Last 30 years. It's like, 54-year-old David comes in, and David has been working at, Pepsi Cola for a while, and, he doesn't respond to emails because he only uses his fucking landline telephone.
So I was thinking about how I have to go pee. And I could just push back from the chair or from the table and go into the bathroom and go pee. And you may not even notice that I'm not on camera anymore. That would work at home because the the microphone, rather, is on a tripod or a stand, if you will, and not in my fucking ears. So I'm going to have to think this one through. If I just sneak over there to the bathroom, you're coming with me in a very real way. There is a mute button. Let's try that out. Not that I'm going to the bathroom. I'm just speculating. I wouldn't go to the bathroom in the middle of a live stream. I'm going to maybe hit the mute button, maybe not, and maybe hit the play button, and then I'm just going to duck down and tie my shoe.
And David's sitting there trying to figure out how to use Twitter, and he comes up with this bullshit.
They had a few minor trolls there too, but
Yeah.
it quickly faded
Not
into
having
obscurity.
AIDS.
The media jumped on the story,
Yep.
case studies were written, and lessons were learned about not giving the public an in.
You don't want to get the public involved with anything, okay? People are fucking stupid. Here's a bit of advice for any brand, okay? Is that if there's ever a point where the public can be involved with your advertising campaign and you don't have an opportunity or a way to vet everything that they're doing beforehand, your advertising campaign is going to fail. Period. That's it. It's going to fail. So it's going to be misused. It's going to fail. 100%. And it seems like a lot of people really kind of realize, not always. Yes, always. Always. Every single time. Because it only takes a few dipshits to do something like this. I don't like how people bully McDonald's. I don't. I think it's unfair. The fact is that McDonald's doesn't suck any more dick than a dozen other fucking places that also suck dick. Like, so you go to McDonald's, there's people there that are borderline illiterate.
Make sure
they're
I
college or
remember
high
to
school dropouts,
turn the
middle
audio
school
back on.
dropouts. There's homeless
How cool
people
would that be
that
if
are
I
living
didn't?
in the bathroom. There's one homeless person that's sitting in the bath.
All right, I want to interrupt and change the adjective that he used. He used the word stupid. If you allow unfiltered masses on the internet to participate in your ad campaign, it will fail because people are stupid. That's not why. It's because people are assholes, especially if they're anonymous on the internet. I used to run a um, a forum, a message board, sandiegopunk.com. I mean, you can say you just like, isn't it nice weather we're having, and people will attack you. You can say something that everyone agrees with. You'd be like, yeah, AC/DC, they're okay. You know, you're literally Hitler, and you're going to get attacked. And people are assholes. You get people sitting at a computer. They're going to type in, the FBI gets involved. It's just a shit show. People can't handle being on the internet. If they think, oh, if I type this here, 1,000 people are going to see it. The raunchier, the better. If 1,000 people see my post or 1,000,000 people see my post, then I don't think people really thought through the then part. What happens, someone buys a car or makes a painting or something, and you're like, that sucks, and you're a failure as a person, and you should kill yourself. And that's the comment they post, and then 300 million people see that post. I don't think people have thought through what they would get out of that on the other end, because it's not much. It's not much.
Back, like, because you have like the fucking tables, right? You have like one table, and he's like back there, is the rest of the lobby there, but there's like one guy here, and he's got like a full fucking PC. He's got a full fucking PC set up over there in the back of McDonald's using their Wi-Fi, and he's been living there for the past month and a half, and all the fucking employees know him by name, and they don't want to get rid of him because he's their best customer. Right? Because he goes out there, he begs for money, comes back and spends it at the McDonald's. So it kind of works itself out. The fact is, yeah, Swifty, right, exactly.
At my local Wiener Schnitzel, there are, I don't know if they're a family in that they're biologically related, or they're just a multi-generational family, being they're the ones that they chose. You're the friends I choose, but there are 3 to 5, any given day, 3 to 5 members of this family sitting in the table in the Wiener Schnitzel, and they're there anytime, night or day. If Wiener Schnitzel's open, at least a couple of them are there. Sometimes all 5 of them are there. Maybe the real family is the ones that you choose. So go. I know exactly what he's talking about. The people who are there. I've never seen them buy anything. I've never seen them eat anything. I think they're just there to plug in their shit. But I definitely know the people who think everything's a Starbucks, so you can just sit there with your laptop for 8 hours.
Swifty, I remember the story for that too. And the fact is, like, McDonald's, like, you go to KFC. I've gone to KFC and there have literally been people that are passed out on the floor under the fucking under the benches, right? Totally. Like, I mean,
Okay, I have no idea where he lives. I know it's not New York City uh, or Los Angeles, but I do love the idea of people sleeping at the
it's
KFC.
not even a big deal. Like, it's really not. Like, what do I do about that? I'm like, oh no. You just walk around them. Like, does that make the chicken any worse?
So this has to be 5 years old because no one just disregards people who are way out of the norm now. There's too much violence out there. It's still rare, but it's not so rare that you would just step over or around someone asleep on the ground. You give them a wide berth. You got to see them coming. If they're looking at you wrong, they're walking at you wrong. You need some space. Space to, I don't know, grab some sporks. That's why it's another reason why you should keep a pocket rattlesnake. You throw a rattlesnake at someone, you're gonna knock them off their game. Suddenly they gone from an offensive posture to a defensive posture. So that's reason number two to have a pocket rattlesnake.
No, it doesn't matter. It's like a heroin addict passed out in the corner. It's still good chicken. Like, fucking, I go to Chick-fil-A. Like, yeah, they want to, they want me to be the godfather of their new son and then also join their church, and they're going to give me $100 and a pat on the back on the way out. Yeah, sure, that's nice. But at the end of the day, where's the fucking chicken? McDonald's gets all this bad rap about being shitty, but Taco Bell and all of the other places are relatively just as shitty. They're all
Fair
about
enough.
the same. And it depends on where they are, right? So if you go to one of these places and it's in the middle of the fucking downtown, or it's in a ghetto area in your goddamn city, and you like there's a Wendy's. Let me tell you guys something. My Wendy's is a patrician Wendy's. A patrician Wendy's.
All right, you think he's going to explain what that means? Patrician? I know what a pediatrician is. Patrician? Like they belong to someone named Patricia? Let's see. What do you think patrician means?
Only people in suits go to this Wendy's.
Okay. Patrician. I assume patrician means something that only people in suits go to. Okay. Good. He learns something new every day. That's why he's Asmond.
And me. No problems. But you go downtown. You go to the Wendy's next to 6th Street. There's people sitting up on the roof of that Wendy's that have climbed up on the roof from the back of the fucking building, drinking Hennessy, sitting down there, fucking pouring their Frosties off at people. There's some goddamn motherfucking animals that are at that goddamn Wendy's, man. It's bad. It is bad. Yeah, sipping Henny, drinking fucking Frosties, man. Sipping Henny at Wendy's. That's all it is. No, really. Like, if you're in Austin, go to the fucking Wendy's on Friday.
Look at this. I'm learning all kinds of stuff about this guy. I know what city he lives in. It's fun. I'm writing a book now, and I had to earlier today when I was writing it, I had to decide what city the main hero his main house is. He's got lots of houses. and I picked Austin. So here we go. So Asmond lives in Austin. His mom calls him Zach. I'm getting the deets.
Friday night. Go to the Wendy's on Friday night on 6th Street, and you will see what I mean. It depends on the Wendy's. It depends on the place. ATX represent. You're goddamn right.
Or were they?
He's already dead.
July 1st, 2016. Create your own custom burger on this McDonald's website.
Bun, meat patty, semen.
Name your creation. Have it published on the website. Then vote on the best one and it will become an official item on the menu.
How are they so stupid?
You knew where this was going to go. I knew where this was going to go. How did McDonald's not? A poem, if you will.
Oh no. Oh no.
The sad European. A thin privilege to go.
Yeah?
Bag of lettuce. No tissue. Mein Kampf. Just so.
I'm not laughing at
The
that one. I'm
Atheist
laughing
Delight.
at the
With a
other
side
one.
of fries. The
Atheist
Toddler Body
Delight.
Bag. With double ketchup surprise. Pepe
Okay.
the Sandwich. A rectal
Pepe.
prolapse. Half-baked.
Rectal prolapse.
Down my behind daddy. Comes with a shake.
Oh, it's great.
Girth. The Area. A vision of Christ. A whole pineapple with your meal for 10 times the price. A tip for my lady. This one's gluten-free. It's still not too late to vote for Bernie. Whopper, no onions. Anatomical twins gluten for Bernie.
Oh man.
It's still not.
Oh no, man. I wonder if you can get a refund on this one.
Not too late to vote for Bernie.
By Bernie S.
Whopper, no onions. Anatomical sandwich. Just grow up, you guys.
Yeah.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to shower off Ron's creamy surprise. See, this is you fucking clown.
Yeah? Well, actually, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Naturally, the press seized on it as much as the general
Yeah.
public did, laughing at all the dumb sandwiches.
Racist
while also
burger.
And used it to make, what is this? Racist burgers.
Racist burgers.
The website was shut down and not just the general public did.
They use it to make racist burgers.
I assume that's the Mein Kampf.
Can we be any more dishonest about this?
I'm not trying to say that I'm not defending Hitler here, but just dropping a Hitler reference for shock value isn't racist per se. It's certainly not the thing that is this stuff that is the engine that's driving us on our journey.
I mean, really? Like, it's not a Nazi burger. It's just simply a burger and somebody called it Hitler. Like, I mean, how the fuck do these articles exist?
Oh, I got that answer. I know that answer. There's if you scroll down, you'll see the ads for this article. I know he can't listen to me because he's already recorded this, and he's actually watching someone else who recorded it. So there's two layers of recordedness preventing the scroll down to see the ads. But articles claiming that something's a huge injustice, people just click on it. Like, oh, I want to hear the injustice. Oh man, someone named a burger the Hitler. Oh well, this is the crime of the century. And click that link. Support these advertisers.
Laughing at all the dumb sandwiches while also condemning
Yeah,
them.
well, what
Guys,
is it
come
like
on,
the-
guys, this isn't funny. Come on.
This is
The
terrible.
website was shut down and not much remains.
Damn it!
Except for these. Yeah, and also this text document I found, which has a bunch of other sandwich names. What ingredients were involved and what they look like, though, you'll have to use your
Wow.
imagination. Next slide, please.
Chivalry,
Prophylactics
chivalry
are
prison
serious
burger.
business.
Or read some of these. Are there any of these that are bad? Okay, no. What was this? Mohinia Whopper. It's not mayo. Chivalry prison burger. Real burger hours. Shrek swamp. The Clinton special.
What is this? This must have been, all right, July 20th, 2016. Yeah, so deep in the heart of the Trump Hillary election. Oh, the Carbonator. I saw that on the list. Melania Whopper. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was by Michelle Obama. Perfect. I guess everyone just had politics on the mind. Hillary Prison Burger. Jesus H. Christ. Neo Gafishiat. Das Reich. Yeah. What's Reich? I know it isn't that like kingdom in or empire. I think it's empire, something like that in German. I mean, I don't want to say Hitler ruined a lot of stuff, but you'd really want to or stay away from Hitler imagery. Like, if you made a group of people that was entirely dedicated to being completely against Hitler, you would name it the Fourth Reich. So he like that mustache style. It's been ruined. I haven't heard of anyone named Hitler as with the last name. So I mean, other than all the terrible shit he did, like people just don't even want to be associated. Like if we found out he ate oranges, like would you stop eating an orange? Like at what point do you say, okay, well, him and I both drink water. I guess it's okay if I keep drinking water. How far down do you go without calling? Oh, anyone who uses the word Reich is racist. And is that really? Because if I was to talk about what I really cared, the stuff I really didn't like about Hitler, like is the murdering. When you come down to it, it's the murdering. And it's like, is all racism murder? Is all murder racism? I don't know, but I know one led to the other. But you can say I hate racism, but God, I really hate genocide.
Next slide, please.
Oh my God.
I'm glad we're having this talk. I'm glad I can just say what I want to say, and you don't judge me for it. I see a lot of the comments. People are just talking shit back to Osmond, and sometimes he'll engage with them, and sometimes he'll tell them to fuck off. I can't imagine caring if I got to the point where there's 1,000 people chatting and some of them disagreeing with what I was saying in a fuck you and fuck your hat kind of a way. I can't imagine caring about that.
Prophylactics are serious business. Let us shake hands in both a fun and safe manner. I see this one is ribbed for my pleasure. Early 2013, Durex launches a
Can I talk about internet historian's voice? I like it.
revolutionary new app. SOS Condoms. Download, select the product, enter your location, and a condom will be delivered to you within an hour. Oh, perfect timing. Their emphasis was on discretion and anonymity when delivering the goods. And the delivery drivers were in disguise. Pizza delivery guy, police officer. I'm not sure that's legal. A gimmick to be sure. And some people thought it was
an out-of-season April Fool's joke.
But people tried it out and it really worked.
The out-of-season April Fool's joke is also tied to what I was talking about, Blizzard making a game no one wanted, and them saying, well, you all have phones, right? And then that was the guy gave the comment thinking that they were making a joke. See, I'm hip. I'm down with trash talking Blizzard. I know what the haters think.
Worked. So they rolled the service out over the tip of Dubai, of all places.
Isn't that illegal?
But after its first week, the government shut it down, citing...
I mean, it's gotta be, right? I mean, it's like, if there, I just assume that any like it's got to be like illegal there. Somehow it's got to be illegal. I don't even know. Wow.
It is promoting promiscuity.
Uh-huh.
Booted out.
I don't know if Dubai is like that. It seems like it is. I know that there's lots of countries throughout the Middle East that are varying degrees of uptight religious fundamentalist and fairly not that, and it's hit or miss. I wouldn't have assumed that Dubai would not allow condoms, but apparently they don't. I'm no expert on Dubai. I will bone up on my Dubai knowledge before I go there.
Now, they had a tough time deciding where to launch next.
That's not good at all.
Guys, let's let the audience decide with another online poll.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So people jumped on the website and started voting.
I will be voting for a Krispy Kreme donut place.
Tens of thousands of votes were counted, with some of the major contenders being Paris, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, and London.
From South Africa to move away from this.
But all of them were outshined, with the most votes counted for Batman, a small conservative Muslim city in Turkey.
Let that be an object lesson in the dangers of tampering with the laws of Mother Nature.
The internet rejoiced.
Of course.
Another marketing campaign to add to the KD ratio.
Wow.
A Facebook post went out from SOS Condoms congratulating Batman and to stay tuned for more to come.
Oh my God.
But there was no more to come, so to speak. The campaign was promptly stopped. SOS Condoms never opened in Batman. Yeah? SOS Condoms never opened anywhere ever again.
That's a good idea.
They went silent for months. Everyone moved on. SOS Condoms deleted their account.
Good.
I also moved on.
And slipped forever away into obscurity.
That's a really good idea.
Pizza is serious business.
Oh, shit.
DiGiorno does frozen pizza, and they have a substantial social media presence. Domestic violence is bad.
Wait.
Bold statements only on this channel. Well, Twitter had a hashtag for National Domestic Violence Awareness.
How does this have to do with pizza?
People were sharing their harrowing stories with the hashtag.
This one's funny.
Why I Stayed.
Why does this have to do with pizza?
These were all quite serious and dealt with some delicate and sensitive issues. Then here comes DiGiorno throwing on the accelerator, no fucks given, driving right through the front door.
What?
They had pizza.
Okay. So in 2009, when it was still socially acceptable to be a psychopath on the internet, people would have been completely okay with this. Right? They would have been completely okay with this. But this is 2000.
All right, so I got some deets now on his age. I know he's not in his early 20s. I keep hearing a clicking over there. Do you think someone's knocking on my door because I'm loud as fuck? Maybe I'll go take a look. I'll let this play out, and I'm going to look for either security or the bikini squad. I did ask the bikini squad to come over. Let me see what's up.
2014. This is 2014. The good, I remember the good old days too, where you could just fucking harass people and, type the N-word. Oh man,
Nobody here.
That was 2009, but 2014, you had the social justice and everything like that. That kind of stuff obviously was pretty big at that time. So I'm gonna have a pretty good idea that they might delete this tweet. Jesus Christ, this is so bad. Wow.
Ooh.
Hee, that was a great tweet. I bet everyone is loving it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
precisely 0.1 seconds after they posted it, they must have realized it wasn't the wisest move.
Yeah.
And they apologized, but the media got involved. So they kept apologizing.
I'm sorry.
They couldn't stop apologizing.
I'm sorry.
It's not a big deal. Like, honestly, the guy was just... they didn't fucking get it. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't get the context of the hashtag.
That's obviously what happened. Even if someone thought it was a funny joke, no one would think, hey, this is going to be good for business. It obviously was not. They just saw, I'm sure, Twitter. I don't know if you've used Twitter. Twitter shows what's trending, and you can not see the larger context. Maybe they clicked on the thing. One of them's like the Chicago Bulls, and then you just sell your DiGiorno pizza, and you put the Chicago Bulls in there. So I'm sure that's what happened. They're like, oh, why I stayed? You just what's 4 words that have pizza as one of the words, and that's it. See, this is why we listen to Asmong, because while he's listening to something, his brain's also putting in the context, the larger context. And I'm just a simple man who just laughs at dicks and farts.
They just made a fucking tweet. It's not a big deal. Like, it's bad, but like it's really not a big deal. Like, they didn't get it. They misunderstood the context. They made a stupid tweet. They deleted it and apologized, right? Now, obviously, on Vox and all of these other media companies, that means that they need to go to jail forever. But
and does Vox? It's a good question. Does Vox really think he needs to go to jail forever? No, it's just back to the well, if they write an email or write a post, an article about how bad that person is, or some person or any person, then people will click on it, and the advertisers will keep getting Vox money. And now all those companies are going out of business, mainly because Google's fucking with the way ads work and finding your hate baiting, divisive content. It's harder to find that, and Google keeps all the ad revenue for themselves. But that's obviously why. I don't think Vox thought, oh, this person needs to go to jail. They just thought, hey, if I make it seem like DiGiorno stands up for uh, uh, abusers. DiGiorno is pro abuse, physical abuse. Then I'll get some clicks. That's it. You know how it works.
let's be real.
Yes.
I promise you never again. I'm so sorry. It was terrible. I couldn't be more sorry. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Relax.
I understand.
I check my email.
Is serious business.
That's E-Rob.
Put it to the internet, this Canadian couple said. Trust in the kindness and sensibility of strangers. It was Cthulhu Allspark. Next.
Yep.
Do you know what kerning is? It's
I know what
important
kerning
in
is.
print. It's essentially the proportional spacing between fonts. Why does it matter?
It doesn't.
Well, sometimes 2 letters close to each other can look like a single letter, for God's sake. Alright, stop. Let me finish up with a little bit of a behind-the-meme style history lesson. In the early 2010s, brands were only just finding their foothold in social media.
Yeah.
They didn't quite understand.
Oh, this is the Wendy's one. This makes me happy. This makes my heart happy.
And how to connect with their audience. The tendency was to be a bit overly formal, stuffy, not quite fun.
Yeah.
That is until Denny's came along with a game-changing Tumblr account.
Hashtag bacon.
They started actually having a good time, and it appealed to fellow Zoomers.
Too
such
bad
as
I
myself.
didn't have a good time at Denny's.
It took a little while, but soon other brands cottoned onto the strategy. Arby's started posting memes. Wendy's dropped a mixtape.
Yep.
And then went into a WWE-style feud back and forth with Burger King and McDonald's.
Yep.
And Gen Zers, such as myself, lapped it up.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Now, that's not to say they all figured it out. Other brands attempted it too, but without committing fully, they fail to get the same appeal.
Wow, what a surprise, Subway. I see, I would make a Subway joke about that tweet, but then, you know, I'd be taking another vacation. I just got done with my first vacation on TwitchCon. I don't need another one. I can't do this. Wait, what? I can't do this anymore? Wait, what? Well, let me say one thing. Same. I haven't drank Sunny D since 1998. Thank God for that.
Oh, let me think about that. When's the last time I had Sunny D? 98? Probably. That's probably the right decade. I love the conversation, though. The moon pie. Moon pie. Bet you nickel Sunny D and Moon Pie are owned by the sexy conglomerate. Well, they got to be owned either by Coke or PepsiCo, right? All foods owned by either Coke or Pepsi.
Dude, like, imagine, like, okay.
So, into the late 2010s, things were going pretty great.
Yeah.
It was a little content renaissance.
Chick-fil-A is officially America's favorite fast food restaurant.
I know.
Imagine if we opened on Sundays, had to give everyone else, like Wendy's, a chance to make money.
Your mom is a hoe.
Steakums even broke down the whole phenomenon on Twitter and in articles, and I'd like to turn that into a full video soon. But with all these relatable memes floating around, people were starting to feel a little pandered to.
Yeah.
Very relatable. Nice. That's relatable. Yep, relatable. Relatable. Okay, everything's getting so fucking relatable.
I hate that. I hate the Taco Bell, the packets of the sauces say shit like that. I guess I didn't realize that they were just tweets, failed tweets. It's just the almost boomer in me that doesn't like Taco Bay. It's not that I got a problem with Bay, although I've never used it organically. Does that work for millennials or zillennials or anyone? Is anyone like, oh, cool, you're tapping into my vocab? That's fire.
It's actually kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Guys, we get it. You're relatable. Just stop relating. Stop. Enough.
I don't like it either.
I also don't like it, but I said that first.
Just sell me a fucking hamburger. I don't want your jokes. I don't want your memes. I don't want your fucking prepackaged fucking focus grouped tweets out there. Is this Yas meme with the cat acceptable? Well, let's see about Bill. Let's have a focus group about it tomorrow at 3, and we'll sit down and we'll look at the pros and cons, and then we'll tweet it out at 5. How about that? You know, like, no, man. This I fucking hate this, like, fake casual corporate bullshit. I do. I never liked it.
That's it. I can't take it anymore. Silence brand. And so a new meme was born. The spider crab with laser eyes, Arial font 32 point, white on black bar background, no shadow with text. Silence, comma, brand. And it was a very powerful tool. Eminem's pushing something or other. Take that, brand.
Yep.
Hey, fellow Gen Zers, silence, brand. And it became a long and enduring meme.
OMG, I feel that. That is such a mood. Relatable AF.
Silence. Sometimes a few brands could crack through it. Silence, Twitter. But for the most part, this crab has become the quality control of Twitter. An apex predator shutting down lesser brands. God bless it.
Relatability is gone.
Alright, it's time to stop. That's enough business for today. Thank you for attending.
Wait, is that him?
Seminar.
That's him.
Here are the patrons. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna say that that's not him. Well, it depends on which him you're talking about. That's not Internet Historian. It is the guy the sourpuss guy that internet historian uses, but that's not internet historian. And the fact that Asmon G doesn't realize that the guy from the meme is a real person. Well, I let him bask in his excitement. He looks happy. This was 5 years ago. Maybe I didn't know he was real 5 years ago too. I do have benefit of the COVID years to help me catch up on what's important in life.
Mwah. Mwah. See you at movie night. Mwah. Also, I have other videos on the second channel. Sonic cried a little, and Tails put his hand under his face to catch the tears. The chef should have dipped some on his finger and then insisted that the host... And also...
That's in incognito mode, his other channel. That's good too. Incognito mode.
Shadow Raid Legions on the Nintendo GameCube.
That's great.
It's actually really fun to play while you're watching telly.
We're almost at the end.
The Coney 2012 one.
Oh,
we
the
need to
Coney
watch
2012.
that at some
That's
point.
good.
You guys need to
That's
remember
good.
me to watch that. Like the Coney 2012. Oh, we need to watch. No, we can't watch it now, bro. I got people waiting to do MC. I don't have time.
See, I did this on my last podcast. I talked about what I wanted to talk about next time, and I implored my audience to remind me. The interesting part that separates my approach from Asmung's approach is that no one in my audience actually reaches out to me unless they are one of my daughters. No one else reaches out to me. So there's that. No, I did hear from someone. I heard from someone. They said that I made them laugh and they learned something, but they didn't remind me to talk about what I asked them to remind me to talk about. So when Asmund reminds his fans to, or asks them to remind him of something, they may actually step up. But I know not to put that burden on you. You are pardoned. I will accept responsibility for what I do or don't do. You are blessed and loved. All right, let's see how he ends his podcast or his critique video so I can up my video ending game.
Time to fucking watch this shit all day, dude. I know people are fucking busy. They gotta get shit done. Like we can't have all day doing this. As much as I love to watch the videos, we gotta get the fucking work, all right?
I know that people aren't mad at me for recording videos. They're saying, God damn it, Nick, I got shit to do. But you put up a video and my life stops. I see a hell of a video up. I gotta stop and watch that. I know that's not happening. So stay blessed, my friends. I'm practicing my end. Is it working? Stay blessed.
That's all it is.
Okay, I feel like I gotta practice ending like that. How do you really capture the beauty of that? The silent grace